Hey guys, before we begin with our usual first, let's give huge shoutouts to the patrons who made my channel possible. Sebastian, Kit, Timothy, Louis John, Matthew Singh, CC Anthony, Darius Ten, Kirk Todd, Cryptic Phoenix, Jeremy Shaw, Zachary Peters, Victor H, Dominic Ruiz, Sam Omar, David Virtue, Christopher Cruz, Ryder Evans, Yo-Yo Dre, Robert Ryan, Stefan Mikel, Jerry52, Russell, Dan, Philip, Elizina, and everyone that just the tip and gave me memberships. Thank you guys for the continued support. If you're wondering why I sound choked up, gas. A lot of gas. I swallowed a lot of gas. Anyway, let's get back to the video. Let go of violence and the good shit. Oh, that's a different mouse pointer. Soulsoft Electronic Arts presents Let's Meet Adam 2, the sequel. Hey guys, California Mac, I hope you're doing well, and welcome back to Let's Meet Adam. Welcome to Let's Meet Adam 2. I have not covered on my channel the first game because I played it on my own and I only brought exposure to it, sadly. Publicly on his channel, and I have not been able to record it. I finished the game on my own time, and it was something. It was an experience that I think stuck with me for a good while. Now I'm excited for Let's Meet Adam 2 because none of these look like anyone from the previous game. None at all. And it still maintains that comic book aesthetic. And it has that rave. And we're not doing neon lights anymore. We're going red and blue. That is dark. That's a nice contrast. Oh, now it feels like a game show, alright. Soulsoft presents Made with Red... Oh, wait. Wait. Let's go to prep. Why are there scenarios? Transition, skip scene, after... Okay, there's no censoring or whatnot, so I'm just gonna have to do this manually. Oh, I like him. I like that undercut, like Adam. This must be the place. Wait, this is Adam? He looks different from the last game. My eyes are just painfully to the acidic red neon lights. Or it might be someone named Adam. I don't know. My Lyft driver essentially kicked me out of his car the moment we got to the motel. Serves me right on all counts for falling asleep. Oh god, I wonder if I was snoring the entire time. How embarrassing. I take a deep breath and shake that thought out of my head. I try to focus on where I am. It's senseless for me to end up on another LA casualty before I even get started. The dingy building in front of me screamed scummy motel. From what I remember, he said it's partially apartments. Hold on, let me check it out. Alright, that looks good. Adam. River said it's partially apartments. I feel a tear forming itself in my left eye. It makes that eye twitch slightly, and so I will it back. There's no point getting this emotional, considering I don't know the full situation yet. And yet, I look down at the crumbled scrap of paper I'm holding with the messily written address. It isn't that late. It already looks like we're deep into the night. Tired. Given all the rushed packing earlier this afternoon, then the long ride from my town to Phoenix Airport, then flying to LAX. I quickly stuff that paper scrap into my pocket. I hoist up my duffel bag and walk in. This definitely feels different. I don't remember it being this animated. What? I don't know. Unlocks. Liampan na lang siguro. Liampan na lang. As the door to River's apartment creaks open, I have to hold back any expression of disgust. Not just disgust, or rather, not only disgust, but uneasiness. Sirens and strange voices blare outdoors. Are we in Hell's Kitchen? You make it sound like we're at Hell's Kitchen right now. Terrifying city sounds that I'm not that used to. The apartment itself is dark. Claustrophobically small, a little too warm, and smells... Is that a hint of weed? I can't believe this is where River's been staying this past year, and so I stare. Just stare for what feels like 10 minutes until I feel an unfriendly poke against my shoulder blade. Swing around to see my new landlady's scrunched up face, made uglier by a look of anger. She's probably in her late 50s, squat, with wide-set small almond eyes and a messy updo. I noticed right away when we first met that she must be a smoker of advanced years, since her voice is raspy, deep, and scratchy beyond all repair. Here you go. Don't lose key or I'll charge you 20 for a new one. Don't I get a spare key? She scoffs and hands her hand at me, like I've said the most ridiculous thing ever. Policy, that's how we always do. She then gives me a suspicious look, with one squinted eye and a sagging frown. So where's your friend? River's not feeling well, ma'am. It was an emergency and he's getting treatment back home. Oh, where? Arizona. That's far. Why'd he go there? His dad is a doctor there and they'll definitely give him the best care. I'm a bad liar. But I do it anyways, hoping she won't notice. I'm so sorry that he missed rent this month, but just make sure you pay on time next time and it doesn't matter. She turns around, walking away from me in a careless manner, the whole while fanning herself with her hand. There's the phone. You call me if you have any questions or emergency. I already add you to lease, but you tell me when your friend come back. I will. Good night, ma'am.
Thanks again.
She seems okay. I bet she'll pretty much be MIA as a landlady the entire time. Hold on. Yeah, the Adam that I remember is a little beefier. I frown and can't believe my bad luck. However, with the landlady gone, I finally relax and gently drop my duffel bag. I was sure I'd screw this up somehow. Reveal something that would cause her to freak out on me. Luckily, even from the start, she's approached me, my questions, and any requests with extreme indifference. She also didn't require much convincing to have me added to the lease. Just sent her a few photos of him and I together, along with some confidential rental info that only our landlady and River would know, and as long as the money comes in without issue, on time, and into her pockets. I dropped to the ground, leaning up to my duffel and think about him. River's dead, isn't he? The way he's portrayed really feels like. More than a year ago, I recall the dry warmth of the air and sun as it blanketed us. It was a temperate and breezy summer that year, in our little desert town. I just can't understand why you think this is the right time. Out of all times to leave. Honestly, River, I really don't. Well, I can. My parents don't care where I go or what I do. We've both finished college. And even you have to admit there are zero job opportunities if we stay. There's nothing left out here that I need to take care of. What if it's just that I still need you out here? I'm surprised myself then at having let that slip in the way that it did. I felt melodramatic and silly. 2 seconds later, I rolled my eyes and shifted a bit. You know that it's hard for me to say it, but I really need you here. I can't stand this place. I'll hate it so much more if you leave. You're like my brother, my best friend, your only friend. Out in a way that probably look really childish. Relax, I know, Adam. You're my family too. Yeah, this was more animated than I remember. And you are also my only friend in the small town nightmares that we've called home for way too long. But like I said, there are zero job opportunities here. Especially for what I want to do. There's really no reason for either of us to stay here. It's just that... So let's just get the heck out of here. You and I. We'll both take off. Together. To LA. Adam, what are you so afraid of? I don't know the situation, but I can kind of relate in a twisted way that's connected to mine. Sometimes you want to leave, but you can't. Mine might run a little bit deeper. I wish it was simple, but at the same time, I don't know. I really want to tell you guys what it is, but it's a little hard. You kind of need an open mind. I mean, an even more open mind, just to grasp what I want to say. Well, I'm here now, aren't I? I let out a really heavy sigh as I steadied myself to my feet again. I'm sorry, River. Sorry that it took me so long to get here, but I'm here now and I know you need me. I'm sure of it. I'll figure out what you've been going through and a way to find you. Or am I completely wrong and maybe you're okay, River's still alive. Something happened that he managed to send a message, and that's why we're here now. Where did you go? Where are you? Death rules. Oh, it's always that typical horror movie franchise. Uh, nothing says horror like a death game. Especially with Japan, there are like 5 adaptations of a death game movies. Whenever you investigate, you'll find many clues, items that may bring you closer to the truth. After finding every clue, submit the 3 most relevant clues to gain insight. Oh, now we're playing detective. Freeform detective. And to pick unique options that at times appear when making choices. Usually someone will like an insight answer. Perhaps something critical will be revealed or you'll avoid fatal events. By the way, I'd really like to thank the creators for giving me a copy of the game. It's really kind of them, and this really feels ominous. The first one, you get the party vibe since it's purple and green, but this one is blue and red. It feels more sinister. Awesome choice. But at the same time, I'm terrified for my life. STI results. It's good he gets tested, I suppose. Sunset Boulevard Health Clinic. This must be the phone I can use to call the landlady directly. Can she call me? River's never smoked weed before. It feels sad. He looks unwell in this picture. Look, city life is not that great, let me tell you. What you really need is just connection to the internet. You can be anywhere you want and still live a prosperous life. I'm gonna say it right now. That's all we roughly need. Good internet connection. That said, not many states, cities, or provinces are gonna have the best connection. Sometimes you have to live close to the city, but just find yourself something that's convenient, comfortable, and affordable. If you guys are ever planning on moving into a city, I recommend to look into places that would allow. If you're gonna move out to strike out on your own, you need to consider convenience, or let's see, convenience, affordability, and comfort. If you're gonna move so close to the center of the city, but then live in a cramped space, that's just not worth it. I'd rather take walks towards work or wake up early for the commute. That's how I've lived during college. So that's just me, but I don't know how you guys will handle it. But some things are just not worth the mental degradation, so keep that in mind when you're picking out a place to stay. Oh, he's worked in a movie. What the? That's River on the cover of porno as Sky Manning. Oh, so he's worked as one too. Okay, I can't access Insight yet. What? Okay, it really is. Oh, Vase has seen better days. Frankly, it should be thrown out. Poster of a scary video game, Death Rule Lost Code, but River hates horror. Now I know something's wrong. Who'd ever abandon their entire wallet? Visit LA, sightseeing planet. I wonder if this traveler's book can help me figure out where he's gone. Alright, let's see what I got here. You earned 1 insight point. I crashed down onto the bed. It's hard and squeaks under my newfound weight. After looking around River's apartment, I'm inexplicably exhausted, yet more awake than I've ever been. As I lay in my bed, a slew of wild images flood my mind, and then try piecing together with River's stuff. I pick up the DVD case and inspect it. Sky Manning. Man to
Breathe.
A quick menu rests near the upper right corner on the screen. Okay, found it. explore and utilize it to, for example, fast forward dialogue or save. I like how this game really feels high, high caliber. I mean, it really feels like you could convert this into a mobile game, or maybe, yeah, you could throw this on console if they let you post gay shit in the first place. But you know, I could fast forward shit. Okay, alright, but fine, forget it. I angrily hang up and toss my phone towards the foot of the bed across from me. Oh my god, I hate the police. No, I don't hate the police. Hate is such a strong word. I'm just so frustrated. I can feel the onset of a migraine coming on. I hopelessly rub my temples and stifle back a sob. The police here are of no help at all. No different or better than those yokel ones from back home. Our small town sheriff said they don't look for missing persons who aren't within jurisdiction. But I knew, truly, all he thought was River must be busy gaying it up in Californication, too busy to keep in contact with me, or return calls from the ones who care about him. River would never do that. Stop texting or trying to call me for a month, especially when my last few voicemails were expressing how worried I was. Even calling LAPD with all my findings just now only resulted in yet another dead end. The police officer I spoke to was basically trying to discourage me from filing a missing persons report, hinting that if I wasn't a relation, it wouldn't be taken very seriously. But River's family had disowned him years ago for coming out along with me. So his family hasn't and won't be any help going forward. That's not the worst part. God. This is something that I always feared. Being in the closet or coming out. One day, no one's gonna... I'll be dead and I might be dead or gone, and barely anyone's gonna know. If they even get lucky. I'm fortunate to still have parents and family, but it's a little bit conditional. Let's just say. The officer was playing that River's just another sad soul. I don't want to end up in a statistic. Lost in some complex subculture of LA. Not missing, just lost for a while. Another actor wannabe. Struck with wanderlust and a sprinkling of cocaine. But I know you, River. And you'd never let LA change you that much. Not like that. It still looks dark. I set up on my mildew-colored bed. Pick up my phone and prepare to make my last call out of many for the day. With my finger shaking, I dialed the phone number off the back of the DVD case I found yesterday. Hello, thanks for calling Manticore Video. How can I help you? A feminine but old and tired sounding voice answers the line.
Hi.
I'm not sure if you can help me, but maybe you can find someone who may direct your call? Well, first off, it's how may I? And that's the thing, I don't know. It's kind of complex. My heart starts to bead sweat, and I kick myself internally for not scripting what I was going to say. The person on the other end lets on the angry hiss of their teeth. Excuse me, sir, what exactly are you calling regarding? Quick, Adam, you've got to think fast. You're bad at it, but should I lie? Alright, let's save. I'm glad I can save in the middle of a decision. My best friend's name is River and he works for you. I mean, he's an actor for Manticore Video. Sir, we do not employ anyone here by that name. Sky Manning. I'm his best friend, and I haven't heard from him in more than a month now. I'm very worried. Sir, I understand your concern, but we're not at liberty to discuss personal matters in regard to any of our performers. All I need to know is if you've seen him lately. You can't disclose even that? No, sir, because that would fall under exposing personal information. This is not how we keep our performers safe. But he's gone missing. At this point, I could tell the other person on the line, other end has lost it. You know how many weirdos call us here at Manticore, claiming they're one of our baby mamas, and they want their money? I don't like that. Hold on. Load. Alright, you know what? Since that's what happens, let's just go to... Okay. Hanging up, sir. Have a good night and good luck. If you have a real business inquiry, call us back in the morning. But please don't call us again with this. Nobody out there wants to help me. Wants to help us. I let the phone drop from my shaking hand. This isn't over. Not yet, River. I've come so far. Can't just walk away now. Call it intuition, but I have a hunch about this Manticore video. Feel someone there knows where River is. So don't worry, buddy. I'm coming for you. As I pass through a set of glossy black doors, I'm startled to see this many people around. Lots of fit men in tight shirts line the perimeter of Manticore Video's reception area. They all sit on really expensive-looking chairs, scanning their phones. As I walk in, many of them look up. They inspect me with grilling eyes. Large framed posters of handsome men in speedos hanging everywhere. This whole thing makes me feel very self-conscious. I feel myself start to shrink. Hunch over and shyly adjust my hair. But while my eyes are ducking all the piercing gazes, I accidentally bump into the reception desk. I take 2 steps back, but quickly steel myself, determined to speak to whoever's in charge.
Oh, hey!
Hold on a sec, hey, I'll be right with you. Don't leave. Okay. Peeled back a gasp and sense my eyes widen, looking at the friendly receptionist who just greeted me. He's absolutely the prettiest guy I think I've ever seen in person. While he quickly types on a screen laid as part of his desk, I take note of his perfect porcelain skin, bright green eyes, and blonde hair almost as light as himself. I think how he could have been a model. Or closer yet, a K-pop idol. At least in a boy band of some kind. His eyes shift onto me, noticing how I must have been gaping and closes a browser with a delicate tap. With a smile, he swivels to face me, while reaching for a coffee mug. Sorry about that. What brings you to Manticore Video, and how can I assist you? My name is
hi.
Adam. Hi, Adam. He looks up at me with kitten-like curiosity, anticipating my next word. I'd like to speak to the person in charge here. Sorry, me, Mr. Lords. Tad Lords? Yes, definitely him, yes. I've done my homework before walking in here. No problemo. Do you have an appointment? I hate that I have to think about lying. No, I don't. Yikes. You know, no one gets to see Miss Lords without an appointment, but it's very important. Rose says it in place. It's always important, but if it was really that important, you'd have an appointment now, wouldn't you? Well, can I make an appointment? Or are there any appointments open to meet with him today? A cancellation? He lets out a sad run outside. This is in the dentist's office, I'm afraid. Truth is, it's not simply that no one can meet him without an appointment, it's also that not just anyone gets an appointment to meet my boss. Like, would Mr. Lords have heard of your name? Or know who you are? Probably not, but I did call yesterday. He probably won't have time to see you. I'm really, really sorry. Seems like it's out of his hands. He seems generally apologetic. I don't want to cause a scene. Thanks anyway, I guess. You know what? If I lied, he would have checked his system anyway, so I don't think it...
Oh, hey!
Hey, wait. Adam, right? Let me take a look at Tad's schedule. And would you look at that? I think a time slot just freed up. See, honest. You would do that? Places his elbows on his desk, resting his tilted face onto his graceful hands. Let's just say, it's not often we get someone like you walking into this place. I have a special feeling you're a person Tad should meet, rather than riffraff that he usually sees. Oh my gosh, thank you. Just tell him Soren sent you. Are you sure I can just walk in? I really don't want you to get in trouble. Oh my gosh, he'll be fine. His 1 o'clock will probably be a no-show, anyhow. I look around in awe, but also confusion, noticing some of the other men's stunned expressions. Soren gives me a smile and a look I can't quite place, then points with his pen. Take the door to your right and down to the end of the corridor. Honestly, you'll know it's his office. It's pretty hard to miss.
Thanks again.
You've helped me out so much today. I can't even express it. Aw, no worries. Now hurry and just keep your cool. You'll be fine. Oh no, he's sending me to an audition, isn't he? What's with that? This looks dark. Wow. Time and space feel like things completely out of equation here because of how dark the room is mixed with its sparse lighting. It's like go on indefinitely. Hold on. I'm just gonna save here. I'm being called. BRB, guys. Mr. Lords, I presume? I'm guessing he's in his 50s, portly with beady dark eyes. I wish we could see Mr. Lords. He hardly notices me as he's spastically multitasking. With one hand, he's fidgeting with what looks like a camera, while typing something onto his phone with the other. Oh, now we see him. Oh wow, he really does look like a sleazy director. Ahem. Pat Lord, CEO Manticore Videos. God damn it, I hate it when I can't get the fucking technology to work. This thing has one purpose, one, and I can't even get that right.
Totally.
Right. Lord finally clues into my presence, as his expression morphs from anger to questioning. Oh, and who the heck are you? You're not my 1 o'clock. I'm mad at Mr. Lord. Soren said I should come in. Soren did? That instigator. He thinks he knows best. So he treats my schedule like an advent calendar. But you know what?
Come now.
His eyes shift and change quickly. While you're here, why don't you take a seat?
Thanks again.
Excellent. Please, I'm still a young buck. I insist, call me Tad. I'll be pissed if you don't. And everyone with half a brain around here knows fear my wrath. So tell me, let me have a look at you. Exotic. What are you? Like half white, half Chinese or something? I'm half Filipino actually. Gorgeous. And do you have green eyes? Yes, from my mom's side. Ravishing. I've never seen anything quite like it. I can see it now. Absolutely captivating. He starts to clap his hands at something. At what exactly, I'm really unsure. Ah, fleeting youth. I can tell you're here looking for work. Well, you've come to the right place, Adam. Instead of giving you some bullshit spiel, I'll share the real deal on what makes Manticore cut about the crap. Me. Let's not be humble here. I didn't get where I am today by being shy. I'm the sole owner, CEO, and still oversee all the movies we craft as director. Impressed? I'm really glad I got to meet with you today. I decided that maybe a bit of flattery could help me get some info out of them.
Spectacular!
Not only gorgeous, but the brains to recognize greatness in art. Anyways, the point is, any chump can make gay skin flick. Cheap lights, desperate performers with bad skin, and sometimes someone's dirty garage. That is not what we do here at Manticore Video. We don't become the gay equivalent of vivid entertainment by hawking low-budget swill. Despite my movies having plot, my movies sell. Despite. I pay for blockbuster sets. Only the most gorgeous men multiple orgasms per scene. My scenes are the ones men have burned into their retinas. They never forget them. I guess he's noticing my hesitation jumping in and sharply asks me, well kid, what do you think of my place? Seems like a man full of bravado, but I don't think he's done. I sense that he's testing me. I need to be careful and think about how I answer, and still get clues done before. Soren! You just threw me into the... You just threw me in here.
Totally.
Atlantis, City of Sunken Desire it'll be a classic.
Spectacular!
Just like Vivid's Pirates. It'll be jacked off to 4 generations. Totally. To be honest, the most memorable scene for me is the one with my personal favorite, Sky Manning. Right. Yes, he's quite popular. Some kind of an acknowledgement. He's got such great hair. So handsome. And his eyes are sparklingly blue. Is that what you're focused on most? You got that more than just a pretty face and a big... Make it like he did around here. Like he did? Doesn't that mean like he does? Sky Manning. Ted looks down at his hands. And his face softens only for a brief moment. Then he clenches his fist and puts on the same agitated face he's had on for most of our meetings. Damn good stage name though. He'll never be mistaken for anyone else, that's for sure. He's very original. Did you help him pick him out?
Boys.
I usually insist on it with my boys, but he was something else. I graciously allowed him to come up with that one for himself. What was his real name? Just curious, of course. My dear boy, what does that matter? I'm worried about spending insight because this is a crucial moment. I want to save my insights, but at the same time, I think it's... But that's a discussion I'll table for another time. I flashed Ted my best attempt at a mysterious smile. It seems to work, and as his eyes light up and his brows arch. Just as I suspected, you've got some spiciness to you. I've always liked that. Tad picks up his camera and adjusts his glasses.
Come now.
Which seems a bit fogged up now. So stand up, peel off that shirt, and let me see what I'll be working with. What? Wait, what's going on here? Why is Tad asking me to strip? I could barely move. This request was so blunt and unexpected. It froze me to the spot. I felt instantaneously nauseous. For my performers, I insist on them sending an email application, nudes included. Then they do the interview, audition, and test shoot.
Me?
But you, Adam, I really find your look enticing. We'll consider this your test shoot. Just show Daddy what makes you a special boy. I don't like this. Sure, whatever you say. Inside myself, I feel a tango change of sadness. All I want to do is cringe. I slowly tug at the bottom of my shirt, raising it up and over my head. Still, I cling onto my shirt with both hands, and I raise it up slightly so it covers my stomach.
Delicious.
Now drop the shirt and give me a little twirl, would ya? I feel like I hear the saliva dripping from his mouth. Now take off your pants and relax. Get a little excited about it if you want to.
Breathe.
But I can feel a small rush of heat making its way to my groin. Quickly dismiss that thought and push my pants down in one decisive motion. Feels as if the office is 10 times colder than when I first walked.
Delicious.
Okay. Yeah, that really didn't feel right. Let's go to the saves and redo that. In real life, you don't get that chance, so I really suggest you guys be careful with stuff like this. Oops. So that's what happens if you don't use your insight. You're gonna feel like you failed. Let's try this again. Refuse. I can't, I'm sorry. Okay, best to leave early. Oh my god, are you okay? Soren gets up from his desk in one elegant motion and moves to steady
Thanks
me.
again.
I'm alright, Soren. Thank you. Are you sure? You don't look it. Did anything happen to you? I look at Soren's fluff-featured face, full of concern, but before I can answer... There he is. You were so excited, my boy, but you didn't let me finish. Excuse me? You got the job.
Me?
I don't... Soren, say hello to our new best boy grip.
Aww.
Well, what do you know? Congrats, Adam. Soren has mentioned, more like stressed, how understaffed the film crews are this year. Right. So you'll be helping out. Alright, Adam? You start tomorrow. I was racking my mind, trying to comprehend what was happening. Did Soren just put me in a spot that I won't have to perform? Because that's smooth. I landed a job I didn't ask for. Soren. Make sure when he gets in tomorrow you do that thing you do with all our guys. Excuse me? You know, show him the ropes. Well, first of all, I thought I was your secretary, not your personal assistant. Secondly, I don't do a thing for all our guys. Don't make it sound like I'm one of your
Pretty gross.
actors. I only do it for the deserving. You know what I mean. Just do what I think I want. Of course. Ooh, you have dinner at Hotel Marmont tomorrow night. Don't forget, or you may lose the account. Ah, Soren, thank you, kiddo. I'll be lost without you.
Spectacular.
Tad throws up his hands in a theatrical manner, and without saying goodbye, leaves us for his office. Soren and I meet glances, to which he playfully rolls his eyes. Hopeless. Well, look at you. At least something interesting came out of today. I had a feeling he wouldn't want to let you go. Let me go, huh? That's right. At least now I can dig up more information from Manticore people on River's whereabouts. Yes, Adam, you got this. I've got this. Not to give away how enthused I am. Alrighty, Adam, I'll see you tomorrow morning at 10. Don't be late, promise? I was about to express my eagerness when all of a sudden, all of the men in the room get up off their seats. Striding out the door beside Soren came the most devastatingly handsome man I've ever met. Whoever he is, he's not the only definition of tall, dark, and handsome. Oh, definitely. But there's undeniably something else. A quality I can't put into words. Other than an aura of weight of pressure, all the men are trying to get his attention, either by asking for an autograph or attempting chit-chat, but he simply walks forward, cutting through them as they fall apart, like he doesn't see them at all. I can't take my eyes off him. And although my throat dries up, I attempt a futile gulp. Working hard, I see. Whoa, that's a deep doom. Always. The man, still unfazed by the fan club, waves goodbye to Soren. But as he does, he somehow notices me, a twinkle in his eye. Can't speak, huh? How annoying. But I totally get why. His name is Abzi. You'll meet him eventually, Soren says with a sweet sing-songy voice tone in his voice. Right. Do I need to sign anything right now, or...? No, don't worry about all that. We'll deal with it tomorrow. Have a good night.
Thanks again.
Good night, Soren. See you tomorrow. You know, I expected him to be stuck up, but he's surprisingly friendly. But I feel like he's gonna be stuck up later, but you know what it is. Oh wait, what did Trixie call them? Oh wait, no, not Trixie. Willem. He called them weehos. I mean, the gaze of WeHo, West Hollywood. I walk into my apartment in a sort of daze, stewing from the various unexpected outcomes of the day. God damn, that's loud. There's a dog losing its mind in the alleyway outside. I sigh disappointingly, while looking around at my new accommodations. Say what you will about our crappy small town, but I never thought I'd prefer it. Take a seat on my bed and pull out my cell phone. I should try and see if I can get a hold of Mom and Dad. I tried when I first landed. As usual, there was no answer to call back. Hello, you've reached Elaine and of course Carlito at blah blah blah. Please leave a message and we'll call you back as soon as we can. Thank you, have a nice day. But of course they don't answer. What's the point in having a phone or an answering machine if you never pick up or return calls? It was good to hear Mom's usual breezy, cheerful tone, even if it was only through voicemail. I decide not to leave a message, and instead dial another number. Who? Adam? Of course. I thought you had my number in your phone. I do. Sorry, I was just surprised to hear from you. It's so late. You do know I have work tomorrow, right? I know, I'm sorry. I meant to call you as soon as I landed, but it's been really crazy, huh? Welcome to LA. Right. Don't worry. The city gets a little easier to handle each and every day. I know. I'm glad that I'm not completely alone out here. Who else is here? I'd really like to come visit you sometime soon. But wait, you're out in Hollywood. We are in Hollywood. We're at West Hollywood. Where's River's apartment again?
Totally.
No, you're correct. I mean, we're in Hollywood. Oh, Adam, you do know I live in Malibu, right? Not to discourage you, but you might find it kind of far. It can be as bad as a 2-hour drive, depending on the time of day and traffic. Oh, I can't hide my disappointment. Learning the only other person I know in California isn't a stone's throw away. But don't worry. I promise once work settles down a bit, I'll drive out and see you. Take you guys out. My treat.
Thanks again.
That would be really nice. I've been pretty lonely the past few days. Lonely? What about River? How is he, by the way? I think it's better if I hint at the truth. I don't know, really. I guess he's been busy auditioning. You know how he can be, once he gets something in his head. Wow! Well, tell him good luck from me and that I say hi. I will. This is one of the pitfalls of our current civilization. Really kinda, I don't know, as when you're an aspiring actor, people are gonna step on you to take advantage of you left and right. It's a little disconcerting once I've heard the stories from some of the people that I've met over at more indie more indie playgrounds, let's say. I mean, I'm glad I never had into that trap, but at the same time, uh, I'm worried for some of the people I know, some of my friends. I still remember how you two looked back in high school. Asymmetrical matching haircuts and jackets. Here you go, don't remind me. You two were always super close. Probably closer than you and I then. But that was such a long time ago, I suppose. Things change. We're still incredibly close. Hey, do you remember how you and I used to catch bugs together? When we were kids? I caught them and let them go. You tortured them. Huh? What? I did not. You would tear their spindly little legs off. One by one. I don't want to get into something morbid, but I feel like this familiar voice is gonna be the filler if he's gonna describe a childhood memory like that. You don't remember? I only did that to the spiders. I feel like... Oh my god. I feel like I already know who's gonna be the villain here. Whoever the voice is. Recalling the rare summers of our youth when we'd hang out. Promise me you'll call, okay, if you ever need anything? I promised your mom I'd watch out for you when you got here. And I'm scared of her, so... Sure you are. And I will. Sorry I called so late. No worries. Have a good night, Kay? We'll talk soon. Okay, bye. Surreal city sounds keep me up for a bit, until the black haze of slumber takes me. Picking an insightful choice can sometimes grant you insight. Alright, I'm gonna save here. I think that's enough for now. Alright. This is a good way to start off. I'll leave it light. Because there are other people who are asking for me at the moment, and it's kind of frustrating to deal with all of it. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I like the start already. There's a lot of mystery, and you already get hints who's sleazebag. I don't trust... I mean, I trust Soren to a certain point. I trust him as far as I can throw him. Tad has been suspicious based on our alternate interactions. But I don't think he's the main villain here. But that description of a childhood, tearing off limbs, whoever familiar voice is suspicious as hell. So, I'll leave it at that for now. Thank you guys so much for joining me. This is a great game by Soulsoft. I'm gonna... Oh wait, I already saved. So it should be good. I'll see you guys soon. California Mac is signing up. Bye for now.
Tracing